Hi everyone, my name is Anushka and today we'll be talking about neuroplasticity mechanics, the biology of learning, adapting and growing. For a very long time, the scientific consensus was that human brain was practically hardwired. The old myth was that once we reached a certain age in adulthood, our brain's architecture was set in stone. We thought if you lost brain cells, they were gone forever, and your capacity to learn new things strictly declined. But modern neuroscience has completely shattered the idea. Today, we know the brain is incredibly dynamic, flexible, and constantly reshaping itself. This is what we call neuroplasticity. To define it simply, neuroplasticity is the brain's amazing ability to reorganize itself, adapt to new environments, and physically build new neural pathways throughout your entire lifespan. Whether you're learning a new language, adapting to a new environment, or recovering from physical injury, your brain is actively reshaping itself to keep up with you. So how exactly does the brain rewrite its own code? Neuroplasticity isn't just one single magic trick. It generally happens in two distinct ways: structural plasticity and functional plasticity. You can think of structural plasticity as physical remodeling of the brain. This is where the brain literally changes its physical shape, its cellular makeup, and its actual wiring based on what you do every day. It's a hardware update. On the other hand, we have functional plasticity. You can think of this as the brain's management system. If one part of the brain goes offline, functional plasticity is how the brain shifts those responsibilities to a new healthy area. For the rest of the presentation, we are going to look at the biology of how exactly these mechanisms work. Now, let's dive deeper into structural plasticity. There are three main ways your brain physically changes its architecture. First is dendritic arborization. Think of the neurons like trees. When you practice something new, the tree physically grows new branches, called dendrites, reaching out to share information with other cells. Second is neurogenesis. This is massive. It's the actual birth of entirely new brain cells. We used to think the impossible as adults, but it absolutely happens, primarily in the hippocampus, which is the center of learning and memory. And third, we have synaptic pruning. This is the brain's spring cleaning, or use it or lose it system. If you stop practicing a skill, the brain naturally prunes it away, those unused connections. It gets rid of clutter so that the pathways you do use actively become much faster and more efficient. Now, let's look at functional plasticity, which is essentially the brain's ultimate backup plan. This is the survival mechanism. Let's say a specific area of the brain becomes damaged due to trauma or a stroke. The brain doesn't just permanently give up those lost functions without a fight. Instead, it starts rerouting the traffic. It physically transfers those lost jobs, like the ability to control a lost limb or even the ability to speak, over to a completely healthy, undamaged areas of the brain. This incredible rerouting is the core of neurorehabilitation. In fields like memory care and geriatric rehab, therapists rely entirely on functional plasticity by forcing patients to practice specific movements or cognitive tasks. They are literally teaching a new part of the brain to take over a job it wasn't originally meant to do. Now, let's move on to Hebb's law. To understand how we intentionally build these new pathways, we have to look at the most famous rule in neuroscience, Hebb's law. The golden rule is simply this: neurons that fire together, wire together. Think about learning a complex physical skill, like mastering a fast Kathak footwork sequence or learning how to play the piano. The very first time you try it, you stumble because the brain cells controlling these movements have never communicated before. But every single time you practice that exact sequence, those specific neurons light up at the exact same time. As they fire together over and over, they build a physical bridge between them. The more you repeat the action, the thicker, stronger, and faster that bridge becomes. This is strict biological reality of how habits are formed and why practice makes perfect. Finally, while Hebb's law gives us the theory, long-term potentiation, or LTP, is the actual cellular anchor that makes it all happen. LTP is a biological process of turning up the volume between two neurons. When you repeatedly stimulate that connection we just talked about, it creates a long-lasting power boost at the synapse, the gap between the cells. The receiving cell physically changes to become highly sensitive, standing by and ready to instantly catch the sending cell's message to the next time you trigger it. The physical microscopic upgrade in signal strength is everything. It is the very foundation of how all of your life experiences, your motor skills, your memory are all permanently locked and stored inside of your brain. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you loved the video, and please subscribe. Thank you.